Yo, what's up, guys? Today we're back. This is Uncanny. I'm gonna have to do battles, and we've fallen back to Ultra Rank 2. So, unfortunately, we had to climb back again. Um, Last night I was Ultra Rank 1, but now we fall into 2. We might, try again. So this is tough. We cannot win. We cannot seems to win consecutively. But in by calculation, you only have to win at least 60% of the time in order to climb up to the master rank. So this is gonna be pretty tough. And we have the upcoming monthly competition. I don't know which the exact date of May, but this will keep going on. I don't know until when. And they prepared some titles and rewards for those participants. Hopefully, you all guys enter this competition. It might give you a taste and experience of what is competitive is like, especially for beginners. So let's jump right into it, and maybe add some customization or edit our team later if everything doesn't go to plan. I think I'm gonna needing to add a iron head or steel type moves, either Gallade or Tyranitar, because of common fairies, and including rock types such as Aerodactyl. Also the that grass type on the opponent's team. I need a fire type moves against that. No, I'm not battling I'm not going to continue a battle that started with a miss. That is such a joke, you know. We missed the Thunder Wave. First turn, everything at first, you know. That's why I made the title "This Game Wants You to Lose." It is specially made for those instances like miss or critical hits that puts you in a disadvantage. If we miss any power move, we're toast. It only proves that game wants us to lose. It's already absurd enough, to do these rank matches. As if it is designed to give a 60% chance of losing and 40% for your chance to win with your skills. Hopefully, Aegislash finish the Whimsicott. If we miss that, then we are destined to lose from the beginning. Should be dead. Yeah. Now we just need to beat the little bird. Oh, it's done. It's a sandstorm. Alright, that was pretty okay-ish, I think. Some of them are not really fighting at their best, you know. It isn't. It's just that it isn't really their day. So the mood for battles is kinda off. But the usual times, you know, it gets really tough. Especially the upcoming Pokemon Champions up for the mobile version. I don't know when, but it's almost time, and we're gonna have a lot of newcomers that will join the competitive. I think the next roster update coming this June will be a much more fun and entertaining battle for the competitive, because aside from Pokemon increasing or new mons arrival, it also involves the battle items, probably like a choice band or choice specs. I'm not sure, but there will be new items which we can experiment with our builds or experimental team. So I think that's gonna be awesome. So don't be impatient, guys. We just have I think 2 weeks from now before we finally have the new Pokemon or new decks coming in. So it's gonna be worth the wait. Although there are some few stuff, you know, I wanted the VP to be more rewarding, you know, because at the end of each season they gave like 10k VP for each format, which is pretty it's not so bad, but you know, it's not okay. So yeah, we're gonna have to wait for that. So from here, we will be continuing doing the rank battles until probably we reach the rank, the master or master rank 4, or at least the ultra rank 1. So give me a moment, I'll be back. I don't understand why they are always surviving with 1% HP even without the focus sash. It always miss, you know. He does not. I hate it. I hate this game. He survives with 1% HP, and now he evaded the rock slide. I don't know what's the problem with this game. It's just that it's too much, you know. And then the next one you will be surprised. It will, you know, some sort of evade or what. It's tiring, you know. Frustrating, it's tiring, you know. And it's pointless. I just can't believe the King Gambit still lives. It survives, it evades, what next? It's immune. Shit. Wait a moment, guys. I just need to go to restroom, and this will be quick, and we will be continue on battling. Hopefully, we don't get so unlucky, such as giving a times 4 damage. Even with a helping hand, even when we are burned, that's supposed to KO the previous battle with King Gambit, but it survives with 1% HP. And then when we do the rock slide with 90% accuracy, we miss the King Gambit. So the next one I should be predicting is when I try and do damage again against the King Gambit. Now it's immune, you know, invulnerability, something like that, or like a god, It doesn't, it doesn't die. This is that battle was really frustrating. It's not the only one that it happened. I had this one fight where I'm about to win. The opponent has like on its last one Pokemon, and he crits all of my remaining 3 Pokemon every time. So he KOs everyone and then he wins the battle. That's a consecutive 3 critical hits against all of my teams. You cannot imagine the frustration I get from that situation. So I'll be back, guys. This will be real quick. So we are now back. We will be continuing battling for rank match. Man, I hate this game. If it was the other way around, and the I'm about to lose and you say dual wing bit against a Milotic, what will happen to me is that I will get paralyzed. The paralyzation, which I'm unable to move, will activate. But if it's the opponent, it will always be able to move. That's what I don't understand, Rise. I've been questioning the Pokemon champions for a while now. There are some stuff that I couldn't explain, including the um, what happened yesterday, where the Matcha Gacha burned me turn 1. It only has like a 20% burn chance, where the Scald, with I'm trying to Scald the King Gambit for 4 times, it just won't get burned. It's crazy, man. I'm going nuts with this hacks and shenanigans with Pokemon champions. It's crazy. And also, I did this battle recently where I did a helping hand, and it's supposed to kill the King Gambit because it's times 4, right? Even I am burned, it's supposed to kill, and yet it survives with 1% HP. And you know what happened after that? And my Aegislash died. Alright, so I switches out my one of my mons. I think it's Tyranitar, yeah, and use a Rock Slide. It misses the King Gambit with 1% HP. So I told myself, what's next? Immunity. Like a god, they just can't die. This is pure comedy. Yeah, and I don't know when it will get better. I've fallen down to rank 2 again, which um, last night I was rank 1, and now back to, you know, I don't know, man. I don't care anymore. Lol, why he forfeits? As if he's trying to say that the Flowet, he heavily relies on Mega Flowet, and when it dies, he forfeits the entire match. Probably yes. Probably he relies on that Mega Flowet because what else could he quit? Anyway, that's just a free bonus for us after many unreasonable losses. So let's just keep moving. I told you guys I was right. I was paralyzed and unable to move for 3 turns consecutively, but if it's the opponent, they are always able to move. It's nearly impossible that no one's cheating in this game. Absolutely unbelievable. It's every time, it's every time. Every time, all the time. If the opponent is the one paralyzed, they always get the chance to move almost all the time. But if we are the one paralyzed, we are unable to move consecutively. How fair is that? How can you absolutely say that the game treated fairly as if it's something of coincidence? I mean, come on, guys. We've been battling like forever, and this is the only time that the Game Freak or the Pokemon champions, the new game, did this to us. I never complained about this in the previous generation of Pokemon, but now it seems, you know, it seems under control or under the influence of AI. I don't know. Probably some people are cheating. I don't know. I'm not sure. Or some data modification within the game app. It's crazy, you know. Because even we don't battle now. Let's say, for example, we are here just like this. I can already tell you the next battle we will have a match with either they are a team with a will-o-wisp, paralyze of or poison, or slip or even slip, yeah, they will get those 100% accuracy hits your team all the time. Probably not all the time, but 99% somewhere around that. While you have the 10 to 20% chance of hitting in the sleep status or paralyzed one. I don't, you know, it's just absurd. I mean, come on guys, look at this. It's been like this for 3 days now, okay? Let me show you. It's been like this for 3 days now. It's not that we are bad. If you watch all of my previous stream, you can understand why. It's just so bad. The advantage of that they are giving to the opponent or whatever AI, probably, it's insane. If you have like let's say 99.99% accuracy and your opponent has the same, your chances of hitting your opponent is 50%. I'm telling you now. And your opponent chance of hitting is 101%. It's an absolute. I don't know what they do to this game. I don't know. You'll also notice that if you are battling, let's say, against your friends or privately, the hacks or the status problems are just alright, are just fine. They are unlikely to hit 100% of the time. There are chances that both of you will miss, and there are chances that none of you gets a critical hit at all in the entire match, and that's solid, But when you do the ranked matches, that's the story is different, So that's why I put in the title, the game is wants you to lose, exactly as it is. The funny part, so let's say the reason they survive with the 1 or 1 to 5% HP is that they are just too bulky, right? Okay, let's get to that point. Okay, let's say I understand that point, but if we are the one who set the stats or the EV of our team to a bulk mode or a bulky or defensive stats, you know what will happen? Your opponent will hit you with a critical hit almost all the time. So your defenses are useless now, huh? So your reason of the opponent is just too bulky is now out, right? So overall, this is not a tough game. It looks tough, but it is not tough. It looks tough, because of how they do the status maneuver, critical and miss maneuver, or modifying that shit, you know. Because the thing is, if you know that you are gonna get hit by a poison type Pokemon, so why would you stay, right? Unless you know that you're gonna survive or switch into a steel type Pokemon or another poison type Pokemon. So there's a maneuver to that. But why it is that what I don't understand is that if you are the one trying to poison your opponent, the chances it seems like it's already low, right? Like a 10-20% chance of poisoning, something like somewhere like that. But then again, it happens is when you are the one trying to poison your opponent, you get half chance, you know. So if you have the standard 10%, let's say for example, right, you get a 5% chance of poisoning the opponent, and that's your luck. That's all the game had to give to you. You get nothing more. my only chance of hitting the matcha gacha is cancelled by the flinch of the rock slide. Even with the little hope, they are trying to suppress it, in order for you not to win. I don't know what to say anymore, man. I don't know. I'm confused. I'm frustrated. Yeah, he said free bird. This might be the only chance that we get a flinch against the opponent. It, we may already have used all our luck left, so for some reason his Taurus is extra bulky, it's crazy. I've hit it almost 4 times with rock slide and before it dies. Why it didn't die? Why Basco Legion survives the Shadow Glow? Why? It is a stab move and super effective. And Basco Legion has low base defense. Why? And it creates the Aqua Jet, which I'm supposed to live if it's not critical damage. I think playing this game is a waste of time. It's no longer a something can be called fair gaming. How can you win something like this? Either they evade or they survive. Either of those two. Because I have set my cerulege to a max EV on the attack, as you can see here. It's max EV on attack. And a shadow claw is a stab move, so that's like a 105 base damage, excluding the super effective hits. You know, it's crazy. By the way guys, this is my Ramparados, the first shiny I got from the Pokemon Champions. I just wanted to show you, of all the possible shinies we can get out of those I think 8 options from the roster, we get the you know, I'm not gonna say useless, but it's not really viable in competitive right now because there's too much steel types on the meta. So why would you head smash? It's like a suicide Pokemon, suicidal for no purpose, just a cheap damage. Yeah, it has a, yeah, Rice, it has a very high base attack stat. It's somewhere around 160 or 165. It's as if equal to slacking, and it is not held back by its ability. But the sad part about this, it's its speed. Its base speed is somewhere around the 50, 55. So it's good for Trick Room. But anywhere else, it's useless. Yeah, it's good in it's great in Trick Room actually. You can one shot almost everyone except for the steel types or any mon that resists the uh, rock type. See, it has a 150 base power. If you combine it with a gravity, with the I forgot the I forgot that Pokemon's name. What is it? The Sableye. Yeah. So that's an absolute two months less on your opponent. But the takeaway is that you take half damage, so you can OHKO at least 2 months before going down. But regardless, even with the just the rock slide, and you have a 165 base attack, that's incredibly high damage. It's like you are on a +1 boosted stat on the attack. But the reason I'm not using this is, okay, number one is the meta. It's because, as you have just recently seen, the Aqua Jet from a Basco Legion one shots my cerulege. How much more the damage Rampardos will take from an Aqua Jet, because Rampardos has like something somewhere like 58 or 60 base defense, which is extremely low. So it tweaks against priority moves, including the Sucker Punch. You get one shot almost all the time. I thought I would be surprised. He one-shot Milotic with the light screen up, but it was critical hit. Told you guys, this game wants you to lose all the time. It's crazy and it's frustrating. That Pelipper there, that paralyzed Pelipper, it will be able to move until the end of this battle without getting a paralyzed effect. See what happened there? I knew it. The Pelipper was able to move the entire battle. I understand if people gets mad if if my complaints aren't true, but you can already see it on live on your screen. The opponent doesn't even get the paralyze effect. Is Pelipper able to move the entire battle? It's freaking crazy. How am I matching Master Ball players in Ultra? Yeah, that's I've been talking about I think last night. Yeah, the starting the Ultra rank 3 or 2, you'll be facing the same Master rank, climbing the ladder, and it gets worse because once you reach the Master rank 4 or 3, you'll be facing the champion rank, which is absolutely insane. You know, I can't. Do I have to say more about the what's going on? You know, it's pure comedy. And adding what Heron said, I think 2 days ago, that it will only get tougher because the mobile Pokemon Champion hasn't out yet. It's not released yet. So until to that point, it will only get harder for this rank match and competition. Absolutely insane. You know what, Rice? There's only four of us. Uh, Single and doubles master in and the entire Discord. Oh, I forgot, including Melo. So that's only five of us. And yet, we are not, tuned yet to join the World Championship. As if we are, trying to hold back, or I don't know, maybe worried. So have you seen it, guys? The Frostlass used the switcheroo. He hits me when I am the one carrying that item, but attack. I missed the attack when I was the one targeting him, and he was the one carrying the bright powder. See that I even missed the Scoville, which probably holding the Mega, not a bright powder, and still missed. GG. At least we won before we end this stream, lol. Guys, for almost 2 hours, we aren't able to at least reach half of the Ultra Rank 2. Dear Lord. You can already see the previous stream and the replay of this battle and see for yourself how the game puts you on a great disadvantage. I miss the attack when the opponent are the one carrying the bright powder by I think 3 times. But he hits me almost 200% of the time when I was the one carrying the bright powder. It's insane, you know, and you can do nothing about it. You know what? I really need a pre-marina. I've been planning to get this one for quite some time now, but not as a recruit, but as a breedable moon and transferable, which I'm gonna get from the Scarlet and Violet. You know what? I'm gonna check now if I have the pre-evolution of this Pokemon. have to check carefully because sometimes my eyes are deceiving, you know. So guys, if you see a Primarina or Poplio, let me know. I'm gonna have to check my phone if Primarina is available on Pokemon Violet. Probably in the Blueberry Academy. So Primarina is not on the wild, or it's already accessible in the past, but now no. On the Terra, it was once on the 7-star raid, but now it's only transferable via home. So I might gonna have to get one from the Pokehome on mobile version. So I just sent a request from the GTS. We'll probably get one soon. I needed it so bad because of how viable it is in doubles. I think I remember the sparkling area. We can immediately use a helping hand to boost its damage. Because since we had a uh, Mega Gallade, we can easily counter the threats to Primarina, which are the steel types. So we can chop that down, and we can pretty much two-shot all of his the opponent's team. It should be good, but we'll see. You know what? We can even use Espatra, Calm Mind, and then Baton Pass to Primarina or any Pokemon that may put us in advantage. But I forgot if Spatra is available in Pokemon Champions. Hey Rice, you still there? I wish I could just give you the shiny Rampardos from Champions, but since it is not transferable, so we can't do that. You know, I want other shinies, like King Gambit, but practically we may never get one on the recruit. So the chances of getting one much more achievable or preferable way is through the breeding on generation 9. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it, guys, and I will be seeing you on the next one. Unfortunately, we are unable to climb up the ladder. We only managed to advance one tiny bit of yellow bar on the rank 2. But anyway, I might have to do it off stream, and hopefully we don't go back down again with the consistent losses. But that's it, guys. Don't forget to leave a like, and I appreciate it. It means a lot to me. Thank you. I'll be seeing you on the next one.